Hello, and welcome back to the flashback episode of Notice Me Senpai, where we go back in time over the past 12 episodes. You've just watched it within a 10-minute time gap, but guess what? There's going to be, essential plot points in this flashback episode, so if you missed something because you skipped this episode, fuck you, we don't care.
Okay.
Xenogelion. Because back in your day is different to back in my day, how does your day compare to your day when it's not quite my back in my day, but your day is older than mine because you're a really old person, you see? So I'm really curious of how your old day of anime is nice to you.
My God, it's just, I'm not old. It's like, you're like a gajillion. It's like, just not old. It's like, I've still got a few gajillion years left. Anyway. So, the back in my day anime had different degrees of it's there, right? And it was a bit of a struggle because sometimes you had amazing quality animation, like the Guyver, and then sometimes you had amazing not quality animation, like Dragon Ball Z, where someone was stood around for the better part of a season holding his arms up in the air like he just don't care. And in fact, he's just charging up a spirit. Oh God, I hate that so much. It's so much trauma. Yeah, so back in my day, things were a little bit different. And also, just to point out, does not hold up to today, right? You cannot watch that 640p quality on a 4K monitor. It's just like the blurest. You swear someone fucking rubbed Vaseline all over your fucking screen. You're like, get it off. Yeah, no.
So, what has anime stopped doing these days that you'd wish they'd start doing again? And if you can, give specific examples from old favorites.
Okay, so there used to be a lot of blood and gore in the old days, where
Yep.
I remember distinctly the first major league anime I ever watched was the Guyver, and the very first episode, the Guyver breaks this monster's arms and you can see the bone protruding out. Now, it's still anime. It looks about as anatomically correct as a Barbie and Ken doll, right? But it was still there. Whereas in today's anime, it's just oh yeah, we have to black out all of that. And it's just oh, poor rascal Jotaro, poor misfit Jotaro who can't smoke as a 17-year-old character because it's illegal in Japan. And it's just hold on, why does Jotaro have this weird sudden black silhouette over his body? No reason. And again, in all the plot-based anime shows, and they just fucking white screen the whole thing. Oh, look, a bathhouse. Man, this steam, it's so thick. I can eat it like soup. I rewatched Dead Man Wonderland, and there's a lot of blood in that, but any dismemberment and things, it's fuzzy black shadow. Fuzzy black shadow. We can't show any of that. I'm could there be a not censored version? Anyway.
What was an anime that you loved as a kid that you dislike now?
Oh God, flashbacks. Okay, so I think it's fairly obvious Dragon Ball Z is gonna be in this, right? But that's not the one I'm really gonna pick on. It's fucking Pokemon, right?
I had a feeling it would have been
Pokemon. Right? Because, okay, so for whatever fucked up reason the UK had, or Sky, which is Fox in America, they decided that they were going to show Pokemon on Sky One, which is typically aimed at a mature audience. You know, we had things like Star Trek Voyager on there, we had Stargate SG-1 on there, we had a lot. It was very, very mature. But for some strange reason, at 9 a.m, when all the kids should be at school, they aired Pokemon. Right? And I only found out about this because one day, it was early into the season, where I think they had Ash and Pikachu go to some sort of gym for Pokemon, and they had a Sandshrew, and Sandshrew was the big, ooh, look, Pokemon. I discovered that episode, and I'm like, what the fuck show is this? Right? And I was captivated by it. Of course, as an adult, I'm more like, Jesus fucking Christ, Ash Ketchum was shit at his job.
It really was.
Okay, your objective, capture all of the Pokemon, right? He lets go more than what he captures. He actually adopts a bunch of them just because they have no homes. Fair enough. But then he just fucking lets them go. It's like fucking, what the fuck? That's like literally the opposite of your job. Fucking shit. Like, I don't know. Oh, God. I think that's the real reason why his mum kicked him out of the house. Is like, you just you are too shit. Right? This is the Darwin rules here. You know, either you go out there and you survive, or you don't come back.
Hey Drew, what old anime would you want to bring back for another season? Now, I'm going to preface this will be before 2000s, but you've already answered.
Guyver. Or Tekkaman Blade. Or Pat Labor. Or
you only get
Appleseed.
to pick one. You only get to pick one.
Find the Guyver. I want another reboot. I want a fucking continuation of the plot. The guy wrote an extra 20 volumes of fucking manga, and I want to see it as a series. And then maybe we'll actually get the end of the manga. At least Berserk's getting continuation.
I'm excited about that.
All right. When do you remember first learning about an anime other than like the super mainstream ones like DBZ, Pokemon, Sailor Moon, that kind of stuff? And what was it? If you remember, obviously.
I do, weirdly enough. It was Elfen Lied. Right?
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
Speaking of blood in old anime.
Yeah, exactly. It had blood and plot. So the big thing was like way back in the Stone Age, before we got to Victorian times when the internet was installed. So back in the Stone Age, the only way to truly communicate about what anime is coming out of Japan and things was to literally go to social gatherings and talk to people. This is back in the days of like MSN and shit, and like MSN Messenger, and like I don't know if anyone fucking remembers that pile of garbage.
I remember setting up that custom profile status.
Yeah. So you know, I ended up talking to people from this Cardiff anime club, and someone said, "Oh, yeah, have you checked out Elfen Lied?" And so I ended up watching Elfen Lied, and I was like, "Oh my god, I got so addicted to it. I just watched the whole thing in like one go." And I sent it to a friend. I was like, "Oh, you should check it." He went to university at the time, so this is like 2003, 2004, and I was like, you know, "Oh, go check out Elfen Lied." And he said, "Oh yeah, I'll give this a watch. You know, I'll watch the first episode before I go to bed." And apparently, he was up till 4 a.m. watching Elfen Lied. He watched the whole thing in one go.
Yeah, that does seem to mirror my experience as a youth as well. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
I mean, it's great being youthful and not having any responsibilities, and you can watch anime. Wow, I did that literally last night.
We'll be back to the Kohai in a few moments, but first, have you ever wanted Senpai to notice you? There's an easy way to get right to the head of the class. It's called Patreon, where as little as $1 gets you a spot on the honor roll and grants you an extended version of this very video where the Kohai are allowed to let loose a little more. But being clever is also its own reward, so ace that test by liking, commenting, and subscribing if you're not already. If you're looking for more, then dare to approach the student council over at KanpaiCast, where you can listen to them discuss the greatest and latest in anime. So I hope to see you later at Kendo Club.
What was an anime that you didn't admit to watching when you were a kid? Or a guilty pleasure anime from the time? My example for that was Sailor Moon was always on before DBZ, so I always ended up watching that.
Yeah,
So that
I
was
mean,
fine.
I'm not gonna lie, Sailor Moon was my one. My mum gave me so much shit for watching Sailor Moon. It's like, oh, what's this girly crap you're watching? Like, it's an anime. I like it's anime. And like, I couldn't really watch a full episode. Oh, like, oh, this was a problem I had. Again, like, oh god, kids don't understand. They don't get it, man. Like, fucking, you'd watch 5 minutes and then a fucking advert or a series of adverts, and then another 5 minutes, another fucking series of oh my god, I hated that shit so much. But yeah, so I would, whenever the adverts would start, and there were always fucking car insurance adverts for kids. I'm like, they're on a kids fucking network. Why are they car insurance adverts or home insurance adverts or pet insurance adverts or some fucking insurance adverts? The goddamn
You're
shite.
literally not allowed to advertise to children.
Yeah. That is a thing. But I remember after university, I went back home to visit my parents. I just flicked on House MD, right? And I was like, you know, just watching that with the amazing American actor Hugh Laurie. Anyway, adverts kicked in. I'm like, nah, fuck this noise. I got up, went to the DVDs, found the exact episode, put it in the DVD player. Fucking hate adverts.
I'll be honest, I watched just generic TV for like the first time in 6 years yesterday, and I had realized how much I hated it.
Yeah. So yeah, Sailor Moon.
Hell yeah.
Alright, being as an anime boomer, what is your opinion on the influx of 3D anime compared to the 2D... Sorry, I've got handrail instead of hand-drawn.
So...
I remember handrail anime.
Yeah, I mean, handrail anime is... There's a certain... je ne sais quoi, a certain quality to handrail anime. Like Tenchi Muyo is one of the best handrail animes out there. I'm not letting this go. Just yes, let you know now.
Safety first.
And yeah, it's safety first. Tenchi Muyo is all about the safety with its handrail drawnness. And it's really interesting because the day we were recording this, the Netflix Spriggan series has just come out, and I've been watching it today. And it's done by David Productions, who do a lot of the JoJo series, right?
Oh.
And they've got CG elements to it, but the way they've done it, there's this like it's kind of got this uncanny valley where all the faces and everything are hand drawn on the CG bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it meshes really well, sometimes it doesn't. But again, I just watched an episode where this girl's running around with a submachine gun. The submachine gun is fully 3D rendered. She is completely hand drawn, right? And it's like, this kind of works. If they've got more time to develop this would work really, really well. So, but Beastars is amazing. That's completely CG. Oh god, what else? Pacific Rim, that works fully CG. There's a bunch of stuff that's fully CG. Dorohedoro, I'm on the fence about. I mean, it's got so much wackiness to it. It's really hard to hand draw all of that. The budget would be through the roof. So it can work. But then, of course, you always get shit like X-Arm, and you're just like, what the fuck did I just watch? Oh god.
So you don't outright reject modern 3D, but you wish it would do better.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, the thing is, oh god, fucking early 2000s digital anime, right? No handrail anime. We're just talking like digital drawn anime. It looks butt. It looks like utter butt. The fucking early Gundam stuff looks like pure butt, right? Bring back the handrails is what I say.
Yeah, OSHA would not approve of that.
These are my handrails. All the handrails.
All right, Xeno, what's the first anime that made you realize that English dubs could be good? Because you told me that with, like, I don't know, Kitty Grade or something. I was like, wait, we're going to watch this in dub? That doesn't sound right. Surely we're sub people. But you must have known before we met. So what tipped you off?
I gotta say, it was Tenchi Muyo. Tenchi Muyo's dub is actually pretty damn good. Like, I love how, like, 50 packets of cigarettes a day Ryoko sounds, right? Like, unfortunately, they couldn't get her back, I think, for OVA 3 onwards. I'm not sure what happened to the original voice actress. But, yeah, like, the dub of it was just, it had so much emotion going for it. Whereas I fucking listened to I watched fucking Infinite Stratos recently in dub because I needed to work at the same time, and dear fucking god, if you've got a French character or a German character, don't do the accents. Just fucking don't. Like, Jesus Christ, like these accents were so goddamn thick I could spread them on my toast, right? Like, no one sounds like that. No one.
It is so easy to do a French accent.
Thicker.
No.
Thicker.
Not so thick is very easy.
No, but it needs to be thicker. That was Infinite Stratos. Thicker French. I don't even.
I can't go that thick.
I know. I don't know how they did it. I was like, half the time I was like,
you
what
were
the fuck did you? Oh no, I was not impressed because I can fucking understand it. It was like no one
told how bad it was. I mean,
yes, I was impressed with how bad it was. Like, I work with French people, right? I know French people. They don't sound anything like that. Oh my god. I felt bad for the French and the Germans.
Is that possible?
And the English. Oh dear God, the English voice acting in that. It's like the English accent that they had in that was just like, we don't sound like that. We don't sound like dainty flowers. Although at least it wasn't Cockney. Fucking
You sound like you're from London.
No, shut up, you.
All right. Favorite old anime trope, and least favorite old anime trope.
I mean, I hate the I'm written to be a super smart character, but I was written by a dumb person. Like fucking Death Note bollocks. Like, I think that he I will always take the piss out of this. I think that he thinks that I think that he thinks that I think that he thinks that I'm a serial killer if I win this tennis match. No one in their right mind would fucking think that. It's like they took the line from Sherlock Holmes, which is if you've like eliminated all the possibilities, the only what is it? It's like the only
No.
Yeah, do you know it off the top of your head?
Yes. Once
go
you've
for it.
eliminated the impossible, the whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
Yes, exactly. That is the line. Thank you very much for being able to de-derp me, right? The point is, fucking Death Note took it way too far by simply going, well, this is entirely supernatural, so we have to believe that the only way this could be explained is entirely supernatural. There's such a thing as physics! Physics exists! Physics says no! Fucking
Anime disagrees.
Anime really fucking disagreed, right? Anime was like, nah, this is good. And also, fucking, mainstream hype fucking disagree. Fucking Death, no. That could fucking die. Fucking hate that trope bollocks. A good trope is... I kind of like the whole world building, like, you know, where a character, like, gets isekai'd but learns how the world works as the audience learns how the world works. No! Better yet, bro, do you even pose? There you go.
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
Xeno, if the old way of anime is so great, why don't you just go back to buying VHS tapes, huh? Checkmate, liberal.
What the fuck? Okay. Do you remember that whole Vaseline situation I was talking about earlier? Right, okay. So, bringing that back, I mean, do you know how much fucking care and attention you have to put... Oh my god, I fucking owned the original Guyver series on VHS tapes. I had, they were released one episode a cassette tape. That meant we had to have 12 separate fucking cassette tapes. Like, fucking Christ, after 5 years of owning these things, they just basically fell to fucking pieces. I was so happy when the what's the name of this? The Manga Entertainment re-released them as DVDs because they only had the license for one more month, and they did it as DVDs. I was like, yes, got them as DVDs. Also, Be Kind Rewind. Yeah, I mean that's something that no kid's gonna fucking get.
I understood that reference.
Blast from the past, blockbusters. Go back in time and save blockbusters.
Alright, speaking of going back in time, if you could choose one anime series to wipe from your memory so you could experience it again as if for the first time, what would it be and why? Because, like, there's anime series that, like, you appreciate with time, so wiping your memory is not necessarily good because you might not like it from the start, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know, there's so many good ones. There's Mushoku Tensei, there's Konosuba.
I suppose with a comedy anime, I can understand that because then you can experience the jokes again for the first time, so they can actually be funny. But for the others, care to explain your reasoning?
I mean, like, things like Mushoku Tensei, it was so goddamn good to watch. Again, like Rising of the Shield Hero, just watching it each week, just getting like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened, you know, energy. Like, there's like one show a season that I will just drop anything I will do. So I am currently doing just to watch that show. Like last season, it was My Dress Up Darling. This season, it's Date Alive Part 4. But I mean, nope. I'm gonna change my mind. It's Rising of the Shield Hero.
Okay.
Yeah, Rising. Oh, but Komi can't communicate. I mean, One Punch Man. Oh, ooh. Goblin Slayer. This is too hard a question.
Okay, forget it.
The Guyver. There you go.
Is there an anime that you wish you grew up watching? Like you wish you were part of the fandom, like as it was happening?
I kind of want to say One Piece because there's this huge fanaticism when it comes to One Piece of people that are like my age or younger that like they're just so like, oh my god, One Piece this, One Piece that, and I'm like, but it's over 1,000 episodes now. I can't fucking pick up that shit. I can't start. I think it was Naruto got redone by a YouTuber because he wanted his girlfriend to watch it, but it was like what 200 odd episodes long or something like that. He reduced it down to like 85 by chopping out all of the filler and all of the wasted time and stuff. He just redid the whole thing and then just like, there you go. But yeah, I think I'm gonna say One Piece. I did try to watch it. I only got to like 30 odd episodes, but still, like, you know, drop in the ocean of the 1,000+ episodes.
I'm in the same boat with One Piece.
Yeah,
I wish I watched it growing up because now I'm just like, nope.
I don't want to start it. I just don't want to start it.
I'm a ditto with that as well. Anything with more than 100 episodes to me is a big questionable. Do I really have time for this?
That's what we need to do. We need to retire and just read One Piece.
Yes. Only way we'll have time.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much for watching this flashback episode of flashback episodes. In the next flashback episode, we'll see Silvarito and Merastius get into a fight. Xenogelion crosses the Rubicon, and I died. The end.
Wait, is this episode about how old I am and I have, like, Alzheimer's?
That's just your life.
Oh, look, Xeno, this is the third time we've told you today.
So when are we going to start recording?